Hello everybody and welcome to this week's What's on Dave's Desk. Well, what's on Dave's desk today is something that I've been putting off and putting off. But more and more people have mentioned it, so here we go. First on to Dave's desk, on today. First on, shows you how bad this is going to be. First on the desk today. I really should start this one again, shouldn't I? We have a George V penny from 1935. I'll see if we can zoom in a little bit further. There we go. The writing around the outside is in Latin and translates roughly to, let me have a look, George V, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of Emperor of India. And on that side we have Britannia with the date and the value of the coin. So that's as much as I know about them, other than we minted at Tower Bridge in London, and this particular coin this year has a mintage figure of 56,070,000. Next, we have another penny, but this one from 1957. Again, like the other one was bronze, so is this one. This one's is Queen Elizabeth II. And the writing on the outside reads, just get your script a bit closer so you can read it. Queen Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Designer of the portrait was Mary Gillick, and the engraver was George Kruger Gray. There we go. On that side, as you can well see, we have a kangaroo with the date, and the engraver and design on this side was George Kruger Gray. Apparently, you see, there's a dot after the Y on penny, which means this coin was struck at the Perth Mint. If it didn't have a dot, it was struck at the Melbourne Mint. But the mintage of this coin is 15,878,000. Next on the agenda is probably the oldest coin I'm showing you today, but it is the oldest coin I'm showing you today. It's a 1879 to 1897 halfpenny, again bronze, Queen Victoria. The lettering in Latin reads, Victoria, by the grace of God, Queen of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Empress of India. Engraver was Thomas Brock. The reverse side is Britannia. And the engraver was Leonard Charles Wen. I'll put his name underneath. With a mintage figure of 8,690,000. Next up, we have a farthing from 1944, King George VI, portrait by Thomas Humphrey Pageant. Lettering on the outside reads, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, and Emperor of India. On the reverse side, we have the date and the value of the coin. Engraver was Harold Wilson Parker. Mintage on this coin is 25,137,600. This one, the threepenny bit. Change paper. Excuse me. A 1942 3p or threepenny bit. Nickel brass of birth of King George VI. A lettering on this side reads George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. Engraver was Thomas Humphrey Pageant. On the reverse, we have reverse, three-headed thrift plant. Engraver was Francis Kitchener rather, and this one was minted at Tower Bridge, London, Tower Hill, with a mintage of 103,214,400. Next, we have a bit of silver. This one's 0.5 silver. The 1946 sixpence. King George VI. Lettering, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons. Engraver, Thomas Humphrey Pageant. On the reverse, we have the yep. Reverse, we have the Crown Royal with the Royal Crown with cipher. The value of the coin, the date. Our engraver was George Kruger Gray, and the mintage of 43,466,400. You know what, if you want to see a proper video on pre-decimal stuff, nip over and see Coin Patrol. Don't tell him, but he is good at this job and he does a far better job than I do. I know that's hard to believe, but he will do a better job than me. This one, 1953 English shilling. Copper nickel. Queen Elizabeth II. Again, the engraving, Latin. Queen Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of all the Britons. Engraver was Mary Gillick. On the reverse, we have the Crown Shield. Lettering was Defender of the Faith. And a mintage figure of mintage figure of 41,943,800. Finally, what was that? Thank you. We have a 2 shilling piece from 1948, King George VI. Copper nickel. The obverse reads, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons. Engraver was Thomas Humphrey Pageant. The reverse. Okay, there we go. There we go. Reverse. The Tudor Rose, or crowned Tudor Rose, flanked by a thistle and a shamrock. The lettering on it translates to Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India, with a mintage figure of 67,553,600. This was my attempt at pre-decimal coins. Do not ask for another one. I will not do any more pre-decimal coins. unless you really say please, and then I'll see what else I've got. But like I say, nip over, see Coin Patrol. He does some good videos on this, and also LAFTA. Go and see LAFTA. He's another one who does good pre-decimal coins. So with that being said, thank you for joining me. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.